subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for all notifications.
Hi, welcome to YOYO Times. International Women's Day is celebrated annually on March 8th. The day has occurred for well over a century, with the first IWD gathering in 1911. The day is not country, group or organization specific and belongs to all groups collectively everywhere. Gloria Steinem, world-renowned feminist, journalist and active, once explained the story of women's struggle for equality belongs to no single feminist, not to any one organization, but to the collective efforts of all who care about human rights. So make International Women's Day your day and do what you can truly make a positive differences for women. What is International Women's Day? International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. No one government, NGO, charity corporations, academic institutions, women's network or media hub is solely responsible for International Women's Day. Many organizations declare an annual International Women's Day theme that supports their specific agenda or cause, and some of these are adopted more widely with relevance than others. International Women's Day is a collective day of global celebrations and a call for gender parity. International Women's Day is all about unity, celebration, reflection, advocacy and action, whatever that looks like globally at a local level. But one thing is for sure, International Women's Day has been occurring for well over a century and continues to grow from strength to strength. Learn about the values that guide International Women's Day's ethos. What are the colors that significant International Women's Day? International, purple is a color for symbolizing women. Historically, the combination of purple, green and white to symbolize women's equality originated from the Women's Social and Political Union in the UK in 1908. The purple signifies justice and dignity. Green symbolizes hope. White represents purity but is no longer used due to purity being a controversial concept.
IWD has been observed since the early 1900s, a time of great expansion and turbulence in the industrialized world that saw booming population growth and rise of radical ideologies. 1908, great unrest and critical debate was occurring. Women's oppression and inequality was spurring women to become more vocal and active in campaigning for change. Then in 1908, 15,000 women marched through New York City demanding shorter hours, better pay and voting rights. 1909. In accordance with a declaration by the Socialist Party of America, the first National Women's Day, NWD, was observed across the United States on 28 February. NWD on the last Sunday of February until 1913. In 1910, on a second International Conference of Working Women was held in Copenhagen. A woman named Clara Zetkin, leader of Women's Office for the Social Democratic Party in Germany, tabled the idea of an International Women's Day. She proposed that every year in every country there should be a celebration on the same day, a Women's Day to press for their demands. The conference of over 100 women from 17 countries representing unions, socialist parties, working women's clubs and including the first 3 women elected to the Finnish parliament, Greta Zetkin suggested with unanimous approval, and thus International Women's Day was the result. Following the decision agreed at Copenhagen in 1911, International Women's Day was honored the first time in Australia, Denmark, Germany and Switzerland on March 19. More than 1 million women and men attended IWD rallies campaigning for women's rights to work, vote to be trained to hold public office and end discrimination. However, less than a week later, on 25th March, the tragic Triangle Fire in New York City took the lives of more than 140 working women, most of them Italian and Jewish immigrants. This disastrous event drew significant attention to working conditions and labor legislations in the United States that became a focus of subsequent in International Women's Day events. 1911 also saw Women's Bread and Roses campaign. 1913 to 1914. On the eve of World War I campaigning for peace, Russian women observed their first International Women's Day on the last Sunday in February 1913. In 1913, following discussions, International Women's Day was transferred to 8th March and his day has remained the global date for International Women's Day ever since. In 1914, further women across Europe held rallies to campaign against the war and to express women's solidarity. For example, in London in the United Kingdom, there was a march from Bow to Trafalgar Square in support of women's suffrage of 8th March 1914. Slavia Pankhurst was arrested in front of Charing Cross Station on her way to speak in Trafalgar Square. In 1917, on the last Sunday of February, Russian women began a strike for bread and peace in response to the death of over 2 million Russian soldiers in World War I. Opposed by political leaders, the women continued to strike until 4 days later the Tsar was forced to abdicate and the professional government granted women the right to vote. The day the women's strike commenced was Sunday 23rd February on the Julian calendar. This day on the Gregorian calendar in use of elsewhere was 8 March. 1975. International Women's Day was celebrated for the first time by the United Nations in 1975. Then in December 1977, the General Assembly adopted a resolution proclaiming a United Nations Day for Women's Rights and International Peace to be observed on any day of the year by member states in accordance with their historical and national traditions. 1996. The UN commenced the adaptation of the annual theme in 1996, which was celebrating the past, planning for the future. This theme was followed in 1997 with Women at the Peace Table, and in 1998 with Women and Human Rights, and in 1999 with World Free of Violence Against Women, and so on each year until he current. More recent themes have included, for example, Empower Rural Women and Poverty and Hunger, A Promise is a Promise. Time for action to end violence against women. 2000. By the new millennium, International Women's Day activity around the world had stalled in many countries. The world had moved and feminism wasn't a popular topic. International Women's Day needed reignition. There was urgent work to do. Battles had not been won and gender parity had still not been achieved. An innovation. 2001. The Global International Women's Day.com digital hub for everything IWD was launched to re-energize the day as an important platform to celebrate the successful achievements of women and to continue calls for accelerating gender parity. Each year, the IWD website sees visit traffic and is used by millions of people and organizations all over the world to learn about and share IWD activity. The IWD website is made possible each year through support from the corporations committed to driving gender parity. The website's charity of voice for many years has been the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. A more recent additional charity partnership is with the Global Working Women's Organization Catalyst Inc. The IWD website adopts an annual campaign theme that is globally relevant for groups and organizations. This campaign theme, one of the many around the world, provides a framework and the direction for the annual IWD activity and takes into account the wider agenda of both the celebration as well as a broad call to action for gender parity. Recent campaign themes have included Balance for Better, Press for Progress, Be Bold for Change, Pledge for Party, Make It Happen, the Gender Agenda and more. Campaign themes for the global IWD website are collaboratively developed each year with the stakeholders and widely adopted worldwide. 2011 saw the 100th century of International Women's Day with the first IWD event held exactly 100 years ago in 1911 in Austria, Denmark, Germany and Switzerland. In the United States, President Barack Obama proclaimed March 2011 to be Women's History Month, calling Americans to mark IWD by reflecting on the extraordinary accomplishments of women in shaping the country's history. The then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton launched the 100 Women Initiative, informing women and girls through international exchanges. In the United Kingdom, celebrity activities Annie Lennox led a super march across one of the London's iconic bridges, raising awareness in support for global charity Women for Women International. Further charities such as Oxfam have run extensive activities supporting IWD, and many celebrities and business leaders also actually support the day. 2013. The UN theme for International Women's Day 2013 was "A Promise is a Promise." Time for action to end violence against women, while International Women's Day 2013 declared the year theme as a gender agenda. Gaining momentum, the 2013 International Women's Day, the International Committee of Red Cross ICRC draw attention to the pilot of Women in Prison. 2014. The UN theme for the International Women's Day 2014 was Equality for Women in Progress. For All-American singer Beyonce also posted an International Women's Day video for her YouTube account. Throughout the video, her song Flawless plays, which includes a portion of the "We Should Be All Feminist" speech given by author. 2015. The UN theme for the International Women's Day 2015 was Empowering Women. Empowering Humanity. Picture it. Governments and activities around the world will commemorate the 20th century year of the Beijing Declaration and platform for the action. An historic roadmap that sets the agenda for realizing women's rights. 2016. The International Women's Day theme for 2016 was Planet 50-50 by 2013. Step it up for gender equality. The President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, in his message issued on the eve of International Women's Day said, "On the occasion of the International Women's Day, I extend warm greetings and good wishes to the women of India and thank them for their contributions over the years in the building on our nation." The Ministry of Women and Child Development announced the setting up for 4 more ahead of Women's Day. The national carrier Air India operated what it claimed to be world's longest non-stop flight, where the entire flight operations were handled by women. As part of International Women's Day celebrations, the flight from Delhi to San Francisco covered a distance of around 14,500 kilometers in around 2017. The theme for International Women's Day 2017 was Women in the Changing World of Work, Planet 50 out of 50 by 2030. In a message in support of International Women's Day, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres commented on how women's rights were being reduced, restricted and reserved, with men still in leadership positions and a widening economic gender gap. He called for change by empowering women at all levels, enabling their voices to be heard. By empowering women at all levels, enabling their voices to be heard and giving them control over their own lives and over the future of our world.
In 2019 and beyond, the world has witnessed a significant change and attitudinal shift in both women's and society's thoughts about women's equality and emancipation. Many from a younger generations may feel that all of the battles have been won for men, while many feminists from the 1970s know only too well the longevity and the integrate complexity of patriarchy. With more women in the bedroom, greater equality in legislative rights, and an increased critical mass of women's visibility as impressive role models in every aspect of life, one could think that women had gained true equality. The unfortunate fact is that women are still not paid equally to that of the male counterparts. Women still are not present in the equal numbers in the business or politics, and globally women's education, health and violence against them is worse than that of man. However, great improvements have been made. We do have female astronauts and prime ministers, schoolgirls are welcomed into university, women can work and have a family, women have real choices, and so each year the world inspires women and celebrates their achievements. International Women's Day is an official holiday in many countries, including Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Burkina Faso, Comandia, China, Cuba, Georgia, Guinea-Bissau, Eritrea, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Laos, Madagascar, Moldavia, Mongolia, Montenegro, Nepal, Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uganda, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Vietnam and Zambia. The tradition seems men honoring their mothers, wives, girlfriends, colleagues, etc. with flowers and small gifts. In some countries, International Women's Day has the equivalent status of the Mother's Day, where children give small presents to their mothers and grandmothers. A global web of rich and diverse local activity connects women from all around the world, ranging from political rallies, business conferences, government activities and networking events through to local women's craft markets, theatrical performance, fashion parades and more. Many global corporations actively support International Women's Day by running their own events and campaigns. For example, on 8th March, search engine and media giant Google often changes its Google Doodle on its global search pages to honor International Women's Day. Year on a year, International Women's Day is certainly increasing in status. So make a difference, think globally and act locally. Make every day International Women's Day. Do your bit to ensure that the future for girls is bright, equal, safe and rewarding. Hi everyone! Did you download YOYO TV app? No? Then go and download from your Play Store where you will get latest updates and entertainment updates. So go hurry up and download it, YOYO TV app.